All right, guys, we are back for another episode of the podcast. Today, we are here with a very special guest. This is kind of out of the ordinary for Dario and I. This is very niche specific. We got someone that's blowing up right now. You want to introduce yourself, bro?
What's up? I'm Vukum. How you doing?
Thank you for coming, bro. I appreciate it.
Gotcha, bro. Thank you.
Bro. So tell them a little bit about yourself if they don't know who you are, because obviously our audience is very different.
Yeah, for sure. My name is Tyler McCorsky. I own Vukum LLC. It's a watch trading company out of New Jersey, and we buy, sell, and trade luxury watches. And we have a Telegram group.
That's awesome.
Can't forget the Telegram group.
All right, so let's just start from the very beginning, because we talked a little bit off the podcast, but I want to give people as much insight as possible. How did you get started in the business in itself? You know what? Even before that, like, what was your upbringing like? And then we'll kind of dive into how you got into the watch game.
Okay, so upbringing was, ever since I could remember, I was always buying and selling something. It didn't matter what it was. You could ask anybody that went to high school with me, anybody that went to middle school with me. I was always on some sort of entrepreneurial journey, business mentality. I always wanted to make money, and I don't know why. I don't know what it is with me. It's just in my head. I always wanted to make money. And I said this on the last podcast I was on. I did not grow up poor. I did not grow up rich. I just grew up comfortable middle-class family. And, you know, usually the people that are like me have that mentality, either grew up with no money, or usually that's the case. But with me, I don't know what it is. It's just, that's how it is. I don't know. I don't question it because it works. Yeah. So, yeah, that's where I'm from.
Awesome. So coming up, regular family, so you don't have the typical, because I know I'm sure you get the comments, oh, this guy probably comes from money, yada, yada,
yeah,
yada.
daddy's money comments.
Yeah.
It's like, listen, think what you want.
Yeah.
Go do research. Do your own research.
Yep. Do your own homework. But, okay, so growing up, like you said, regular middle-class family, you're starting to, you always have this entrepreneurial bug in you. You're just always trying to figure things out, trying to make money. What was your first project that you started, even before watches? Like, what was your first real business?
All right, first real, okay.
Or even just financial endeavor. Like, where'd you go?
Okay, first financial endeavor, I was probably 12 years old at this point, maybe even 11. Seriously, this is nuts. And I was buying and selling sneakers. This is it's a cliche thing. Everybody was buying and selling sneakers, but I was taking it seriously. These kids were doing it because they liked the sneakers. I was doing it because I liked money. From there, I went into flea markets. You guys know the English Town Flea Market.
Yeah, of course.
I did a video there the other day, or a couple weeks ago, actually. And from age 13 was my first job. I would call it a job. And it was in a flea market, and I was lifting boxes from a box truck. Box truck, for those of you guys who don't know, is just, big truck, store stuff in it. And the guy would drive down from Brooklyn, and I would walk into the truck, unload the truck, watch the stuff, sell the stuff during the day, collect money, and then put the stuff back onto the truck. See ya, got paid. That was my first job in the flea market.
And how much were you making doing that?
Not much, maybe $15 an hour, maybe less. I also think it was dependent on the type of day the guy had. I don't think it was an hourly rate. Some days, if I worked, 6 hours, I could get $80. So it was like something like that. If it was a slow day or a rainy day, maybe 6 hours, I got paid $60. So it was always fluctuating, and it was never a set amount. But I was also 13 years old, so who was going to hire me? So from there, I went on to meet a guy named Dwayne. Dwayne is a iPhone reseller and repair shop in the same flea market. So I went there, and he started teaching me how to resell iPhones. First, he would have me watch his inventory and sell it. That's where I learned how to hustle properly. What else from there? Then I started doing it on my own. I hit up OfferUp and Facebook. I don't think they had Facebook Marketplace back then. OfferUp, Let Go. There was an app called Wallapop. They shut that down though. I think Let Go bought it. Craigslist, and I would just buy phones on there for $300-$400, sell them for $450, $500, make myself little amounts of money like that. So yeah, I worked everywhere in this town you could think of. I was working
in a flea market, any jobs you could pick up, just always hustling to get some money.
Yeah,
right?
Delivering pizzas.
Never big into school.
No, never big into school. I still went, but definitely didn't want to go. I just did it.
Okay. Because you were telling me shortly that I want to get into the gap of, so then you started what? You started a marketing business.
Yeah, the marketing business was a lot later. After I dropped out of school, after...
Hold on, I don't want... So what happened in between that gap of you for like leaving that job at iPlay? What was your next... What was your next shift after
there was
that?
iPlay, a day camp, and the flea market at the same time when I was 15 and 16. I'm trying to think what else there was at 17 years old. Plus, it's like 6 years ago at this point.
You're not on TikTok at this point.
No. I didn't get on TikTok until this year. 2022, yeah.
2022.
So January or February. So almost a full year ago, I started doing TikTok. And about to hit 1 million.
Let's
fucking
fucking
go.
awesome.
Probably tomorrow or the next day we'll hit 1 million.
There we go.
We're at 986 or 7.
Awesome. We'll say between there, trying to figure things out, you started a marketing business.
Oh, I worked at a diner. Okay, yeah. So I worked at a diner my senior year. Okay, now I remember now. Senior year of high school comes around, and I get a job at the I'm not saying the name. At the diner. He worked there too, I think. And so I got a job at the diner, and I was still working at the flea markets, just doing my own thing at this point. I wasn't working for anyone else. And I was babysitting a kid from the camp that I worked at. The parents loved me, and she was like, yo, you want to babysit after school every day? I was like, not really, but I'll do it. And they paid very well. Very nice family, too. And they treated me very well. So I did that all of senior year. I worked at the diner until probably January or February of my senior year of high school, and worked on the flea markets doing my own thing on Saturdays and Sundays. Then I graduated high school. That's when I started doing the watches. Probably like end of May. I started doing end of May of my senior year, and I started buying and selling watches. At first, it's not much buying and selling. It's really just doing a bunch of grunt work that, you know, the higher ups really don't want to do. So, you know, getting coffees, getting lunch, running a check to another booth or another business, and running this watch here and bringing this there, and just taking orders and you know, putting in the grunt work at first. And, you know, that was with Buckley, as you guys know Buckley from TikTok. So how do I know Buckley? From James Buckley. I'm best friends with James. So I asked the dad to just show me what to do, show me how to make money. He seemed pretty successful, so I was like, yo, put me on. And he did.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome. So that's kind of how you got started.
Yeah, that's how I got started.
It's always so it's always been in you. That was kind of...
Oh, the hustle's always been here.
Okay.
The hustle's always been.
It's awesome. So talk to me about TikTok now.
Okay, TikTok.
And how you got started with that and you implemented that into your business.
Yeah, so TikTok at first, I never wanted to show my face on TikTok. Just wasn't like going to be some influencer. I really just wanted to sell more watches.
Right.
And this was about a year ago. Like I said, January, February of 2022, I started TikToking.
Sure.
If you look in there, you'll find some from, 2-3 years ago, but it wasn't like, see, I was just posting one every 2 months, just throwing it up there. But I was like, yo, I think I can make a bunch of money doing TikToks by selling more watches because more eyes are going to be on me. So started started making videos, just seeing what works, what doesn't. Then I would see this video got 400 views and this video got 1,000 views. Let me make 2 more videos like this that got 1,000. So I'd make 2 more, and I was just replicating what was doing well. And eventually I just did a live negotiation, and I called it a live negotiation, and it did like 1 million, and then it got shut down. So I reposted it, and then that one also did 1 million, and then they restored the other video. So I was like, all right, this might work.
Right.
So I just kept doing those, and it's part of it's part of my day in the life anyway, because I'm doing negotiating anyway. I'm dealing with these people on 47th Street constantly,
right.
And making my little 3 to 7% on a watch. I might as well film it and try to do something with TikTok. Try to sell some more watches through TikTok.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So that's how TikTok happened.
Would you say TikTok has helped you sell a lot more watches overall?
Well, my business is wholesale. So my business is watch dealer to watch dealer. I sell a watch from one guy. I mark it up 3 to 7%, and I try and sell it. And if I can't sell it, I sell it for break even. If I can't sell it for break even, I take a loss on it.
Gotcha.
And then I move on. I repeat the process. So, I never really sold to the public, sold retail, and I never wanted to because it's a pain in the ass. But I definitely started because there was a high demand for it, and that side of my business is doing very well. And I've hired people to take care of it too, because I really can't deal with people. It's just that I can't. So I have people answering DMs for me and other people fulfilling orders and packaging. So
that's awesome.
That's part of it.
That's awesome.
So I deal with wholesale. They deal with retail. I still deal with retail, but yeah, and we have Telegram.
Yeah. So it's reselling. So you do some of it direct to consumer, which is the part of the business that you like to be more hands off with, and then more hands on working business to business.
Yeah. And then sometimes if I buy a watch wholesale, I'll keep it and sell it retail.
Right.
So I'm doing all the buying for the company pretty much.
So you're very hands on with your shit right now.
Yeah. Anything we buy, even if someone else buys it, I'm always I'm not selling anything unless I look at it personally.
So we can't confirm. None of the videos are fake. It's real live negotiation.
Every video is real. These people on the comments, it's stage. It's not stage. It's, I go into the city once or twice a week because they're like, oh, he's wearing the same outfit. I'm wearing the same outfit because I'm only filming once or twice a week.
Yeah.
We only go in once or twice a week, and we do a lot of business when we're there, and we leave stuff there, and we ship it back to Jersey. And we've been doing that. We've had the same process now for 3 years. So, and it works.
Awesome. Where do you want to take it from here? 'Cause you were telling me you had a Telegram, right?
Yep.
So that's one way. That's for people that are more heavily involved in the watch community,
Yeah.
right?
People who want to start trading watches, people who want to maybe even buy their first watch, but they're not sure what they want. It's really for anybody that has an interest in watches. A low price point to join. That's what makes it so accessible to everybody.
Right. Okay. So you have a nice community in there. You're working on your business, personal brand. It's kind of all coming together and culminating.
Yeah. It's actually, I was just thinking about this the other day because it's weird. It's all coming together at one time, and it's like
it's awesome.
It's like weird seeing how much success, like not to like brag or nothing like that, but like how much success is coming at one time because you grind and you grind and you grind for years, right? And you make some money, but then you still I don't know. It's really mind blowing.
You get lucky, but it's not luck. It's that compounding effect.
What's that saying? It's like you work 5 years to become an overnight success or some shit like that.
Exactly.
But it's nuts to me. It really is.
Yeah, because no one saw when you were fucking unloading from box trucks.
They see
they
see the end result and they just think like, oh, that's easy. Like I could go do that. Like, okay, come get here. Like, come get on the level.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's definitely true. I'm sure it takes a lot of time to get to where you're at. But like we were kind of discussing, you're very like niche specific. Like there's a lot of people that have gone viral for example, like the fitness industry. Mm-hmm. There's a million fitness influencers. If you're trying to crack that industry, you got to compete with Bradley Martin. You got to compete with Sedlak. Like you got to compete with huge guys.
Yeah.
You have a very original brand. Like as you know, I looked through the content. I'm like, no one has this image. Mm-hmm. That's why it works. It's the same reason dude like Andrew Tate.
Yep.
Very unorthodox. And that's why people like him for his originality. I kind of get the same vibe.
He's a sick marketer.
Yeah.
Sick marketer.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether you like him or hate him, he's a sick marketer. You can't knock that.
Yeah. 100%. And it's not the same. Obviously the content's so much different, but it's kind of like the same rules and principles apply.
Yep.
If you have something that's different, it's going to stick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it sticks.
Nobody's on TikTok buying and selling watches. It's like, that's just so random.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people don't even know that's a business.
Yeah.
They just think, oh, jewelry business, like whatever. But yeah, it's its own niche business, which is nuts.
No, but it works because I'm sure it's such, in your day to day, it's such a serious, like, you're live negotiating, you're trying to get a good number. Because really, when you go to resell it, I'm sure you're still thinking about your numbers in your head as you're doing these negotiations, but you're able to bring the comedy into it. Yeah. Which is big.
A lot of times. So, what's crazy? It's always like that. That's not turned on for the camera or anything. That's how we are. Like we're just sick in the head. That's just what we do. And now that the cameras are on us, we're actually a lot more tame, I think. So that's just always how it's been.
That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. What's your from here? Like we kind of touched back before, how everything's kind of coming together with the personal brand. And what's cool is that it's all congruent. It's all in relation to the same stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is great. What's your plan to scale everything moving forward? Are you just going to keep doing what you're doing, hire more people?
Yeah, you know what it is about hiring people? I'm not a big fan of hiring people. The guys I have working for me have been my friends for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
And they've worked in the same office as me when I had an office in Homedale and I was renting it out to one of my other boys. So they all know what type of time I'm on, and I don't know, maybe 50 to 60, 70 DMs every couple days, and it's just like, can I come work for you? Can I get a mentorship? Can I do this? Can I do that?
It's crazy.
Yeah, I will move here. I will move there, and I will not hire an outside person, no matter what. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
At this level,
Yeah.
when you get bigger and you get to a corporate level, which I don't think I'm ever going to go corporate. I don't know how that looks on me.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they do a different hiring process, like college degrees and shit.
Yeah.
But for me, it's I wouldn't hire someone based on any of that shit. It's about how long I've known you and my judge of character. And I think I have a pretty good judgment of someone else's character.
Yeah.
But even for like when I first meet them. So.
And you were saying you don't have a college degree, right?
No, I dropped out 3 or 4 weeks in. I'd say 3.5 weeks in, just to give it exact number. What happened? Nothing. I was just like, fuck this. I woke up one morning and, probably skipped class. And I was just like, yeah, today's the day. I'm going to drop out. I just walked downstairs to I walked across campus, I should say, and just went to the front desk. And I'm like, I'm dropping out of here. And they thought I was suicidal. I'm like, bro, what? Like, I'm not. I just want to leave. They're like, do you need help? Or any counseling? I'm like, no, I just want to leave. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Good for you, bro. Hey, you made it work.
Yeah, it definitely worked out.
You made it work.
Yeah. I don't know if I told this story on the other podcast, but I'll tell it here. A couple nights before I dropped out, I was having dinner, and I got these meal swipes. So they give you one card and you get one meal swipe per day. I don't know how people live on that in college. Seriously, it's one meal swipe a day. So you get one time to eat. That's off topic, but I'm sitting down with my friends, and I'm like, something? Like, I'm really thinking about dropping out. And they're like freaking out. They're panicking. They're like, oh my God, like, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to be on the side of the road somewhere doing drugs? Yeah. And my other boy's like, yo, like, you're never going to do anything.
They're going
like,
to mount anything.
Yeah, no, this is real conversation. And, you're never going to be anything. Like, you need college nowadays. And they're all just like going in on me. Not in a malicious way. They're just like looking out for me. And I'm like, yeah, like, I'll be okay. And yeah, so... You guys are wrong.
Exactly. Bro, it's fucking crazy. I mean, it's a conditioning, bro. That's what it is. It's a conditioning. And again, like you said, it's not malicious intent. It's not even their fault.
Yeah. It's just they're brainwashed into it. Like
100%.
It's just been drilled into their brain since they were probably like 8 years old. Like, okay, you're gonna do good in this school so you could do good in high school, so you could do good in college, so you could get a good job. And
if you look at it surface level for what it is, it's fucking bullshit.
It's crazy. Because even our parents, we dropped out.
Yeah.
And like I'm sure we heard the exact same stuff. Like, you got to go to school, you got to get a degree. This is like, it's what you have to do. But you didn't have to do that. And you did something, man.
And the figures are like not even crazy, but like so Darren and I, like I said, we started with local content, right? Like I told my parents, I was like, Darren and I are going to help local businesses with their content creation.
And they're like, what are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Go to school.
Who's going to pay? I'm like, yeah, I'll probably charge them like $2,000 a month. Like each
Who's going to pay you $2,000?
And he was like, no one's giving you $2,000. You don't have to agree. You don't have this. Like within like 2 months, we had a month that like, it's not a crazy number. We had a month that was like a little over like 20 grand in that month. And I was like, you're wrong.
What's up?
I was like,
I'm here. I've arrived.
I was like, you're wrong. So that was a funny moment.
That's awesome. Isn't that the best feeling though?
Yeah, bro, it is.
Like when you could go back to people and just be like flex on them, but not, you never do it in like a fucking cocky way.
Disrespectful.
You just do it, and where that they know, and you don't like mention it. You're just like, yeah, what's up?
100%. Good for you, bro. I like to see people that are kind of like doing it and fucking winning, humble, like just having a good time with what they do, bro. Because I can tell you're very genuine, like with what you have going on. Like it's sick.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
like the way you guys, Kim, the way I am on here is the way I am out there. I don't know, maybe I'm a bit more of a prick out there, but I don't know. So
you're just living, bro. Fucking making money, doing what you got to do. That's awesome. That's awesome. So you got your personal brand rolling, you got your business rolling. You said the next couple of years, you like to keep your hiring process more in-house. Yeah. Keep your team kind of small.
It's like zero hiring process.
Zero.
None. Yeah. I have all my people.
So it's just your boys, really.
Yeah.
And then how many of your boys work? Like
two.
Wow.
Yeah. That's it.
Well, I mean, you don't.
Yeah.
That's it. Because, you got to think about it. It's two of my friends that work on my side of the business, because you have Vucum and you have Tuscany Rose. Tuscany Rose is Buckley's business. He sells watch parts. I flip watches. Like, that's what I do. And then we have, the shared brands, obviously. But yeah.
Awesome.
So those two guys work under me in my part of the company with the watches. And then Buckley's just a one-man operation because he's, Buckley. There's really not much that has to be done there. It's, he's selling watch parts. So
awesome. And you're about to hit a mill on TikTok.
Yeah.
About to hit a mill on TikTok. Yeah. First person in this industry to do it?
Yeah, definitely.
First person.
Well, you got the jewelry guys, but it's like, what watch guys are hitting a mill?
Who's the one guy that's pretty popular? Trax? Trax?
Yeah, he's pretty popular.
He's pretty popular.
Right? I don't remember how he started. I think he started on Instagram. But there's a few guys that started off on Instagram or YouTube, and they're all great. They're really nice guys. I haven't met Trax in person, surprisingly, even though he's in the Diamond District. I've never even seen him in person. Like, I've never seen him at all. So I don't know.
He's elusive.
Yeah, you can't find the guy, which is cool, which is good. That's how you got to be in this business,
Yeah.
Especially having your face all over the internet. Yeah. There's some bad people out there that they want to know where you're at for different reasons, and so you just got to be smart about how you're moving, and you won't see a watch on me or a chain on me at all. Ever.
Wow.
I don't wear watches. I don't wear bracelets. I don't wear chains. I wear sweatpants, and somebody sent me this hoodie.
Nice.
Some fan mail.
You get recognized out in public a lot?
Yeah, a lot. It's pretty flattering, actually. Like the first one or two times, and then it kind of gets not annoying, but it's just like, okay, nice, cheers, thanks. But
would you ever consider? Because I know a pretty big industry is celebrity jewelry, right? Now that you have such a big following, are you going to try to tap in with some of the celebrity jewelers, see what you could do with them? Would you consider becoming potentially down the road? I know
I'd consider it. If they want me, they know where I'm at. They could find me. But I'm probably not going to go out of my way to find them, just because you hear horror stories with these guys. I'm not going to mention anybody's name, obviously, but they expect you to give them something, and then they don't pay, and then this and that, and then they tell you they'll pay, and then they string you along, and it's actually more of a pain in the ass than it's worth, and people in this business think, oh, I'm going to get exposure by selling to this guy.
Right.
Like, I've sold to celebrities before. I've sold to sports players. And when we sell a watch to them, the reason that they come back to us is because we don't go make a whole fuss about it on the internet. We don't take pictures with them. I treat them like I treat anybody else. I don't really care. And that's just because I genuinely don't care that it's a celebrity. I don't know. Some people, they start freaking out. But yeah, I really don't care, and I think that's why they like it.
Yeah. Are you? Oh fuck, what was I about to ask? Oh, as far as e-com, are you gonna tap into e-com at all with like your own? Would you create your own potentially watch brand of like something with like your fucking face on it, like something funny for watches for people to wear, like almost like a more of a novelty product to sell? Or are you straight resell of the companies that are already out?
I'd probably, I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future, but I'd probably just stick to reselling. We do have things in the workings, and
you don't want to say too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I could promise you, it's not a watch. I'm not making a watch. So that's one thing you could rule out.
Merch,
possibly.
Yeah,
different things.
Awesome, bro.